We've got queen cups on the bottom. This is what happens when I don't give them foundationless comb to work on. They just fill up the space between the boxes with drone comb. This is when having a traditional hive tool with the scraper on it would be a lot easier. Yeah, this frame is full of fresh brood. I might find the queen on this frame. This hive could use another box already. Look at all that, right? That's all cap brood. And there's several frames of more of that. And it's dark cap brood, so it's old, it's ready to go. So let's get out of here. All right, well, what a difference location makes, and probably genetics and all kinds of other things. But this hive is cooking, look. What a difference, eh? Compared to the last hive I was just looking at in Flat Rock. This is in what I call the magic forest, and I still haven't been able to do a full hive inspection so far in this location, but I'm doing it now. Hopefully, anyway. I still got the winter wrap on it, but these bees are cooking, cooking, cooking. The other hive did not need an extra box. I gave these ones an extra box a week or so ago too, because I wasn't able to do a full hive inspection. I was concerned about their strength, and you can see they're just this is a different ball game altogether out here. So it's possible I'd have to put, shoot, I didn't bring an extra box. I didn't think I need one. Hopefully I won't. Isn't that always how it is? You go out to your beehives that are not next to your house, and you assess what's the situation, and then you realize, nope, I don't have what I need to do this, and you got to go back and get some more stuff. It's just, if my bees didn't do so well in this location, I don't think I'd have the bees here, because it's just, there's a lot of inconvenience to just doing it like this, not having it next to my house. But they're doing so well, I'm just going to have to live with it, because it's just hard to say no to this. So here we go. We got a lot of growth around the hive. I'll have to fix that later. Okay, well, it's very windy. I don't know how this is going to play out. So let's remove all this. Finally, let's remove the winter wrap in the middle of June. All right, so there's a few things I'm going to do. Oh shoot, you know what? I forgot to bring the inner cover. This is what I love about keeping bees that aren't next to my house. It's forgetting stuff. Anywho, so this is the, oh, I do have an inner cover. Okay, cancel that. So, I don't know if this camera is going to pick up on anything. And honestly, I don't have time to bother with it. Oh boy, yeah. There's a lot of bees. All right, well, I don't know if that's the greatest shot in the world, but we're going to live with it. So yeah, off the top of my head, just by the looks of it, I would say that this colony is twice as strong as the colony that I just inspected earlier today in Flat Rock. And I've got the sun shining into my veil, so I can't see very well, which is lovely. That's something they don't tell you about in the beekeeping books. All right, let's see. All right, they got lots of nectar out here. As usual, there's hardly any nectar coming in Flat Rock. Like, this is a full frame of fresh nectar. Nothing like that in Flat Rock. And that's why I have, oh crap. Great. I just dropped the frame. Okay, hopefully I didn't agitate them. So they're filling this top box. Yeah. With lots of, okay, the queen is laying eggs up there. But they're filling it with nectar. Yep. So that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. All right, this is drawn comb, but nothing on it. And I won't even look at the rest of it because I know what I'm going to find. Nothing. Now sometimes the queen does lay on one side of the hive. She prefers to lay on the sunny side of the hive. So just in case the other side of the hive is the sunny side, let's just take a look. Wow, what a difference between this and flat rock. It's another world. I'm not doing anything really that special to this colony, but they're way, way, way ahead. And it might be genetics, but I think a lot of it is just really, really good location. So you can't see this, but I just put that top box off to the side because I'm going to rebuild this hive exactly the way I found it. I can barely, you can't tell, but because it's not in the shot, but I can't see what I'm doing. Because I got the sun. Basically, the sun is, it's not in my eyes, but it's in my veil. See, that looks like a lot of smoke, but it's not. It's just a bit of smoke hitting the top of the hive. Nice sun-dappled hive. Oh, so what I want to do too is this hive, a rat chewed into this hive once, years ago, and put a hole in it. And there's some drone comb here. Here's what we got here. This is, I said drone comb, but there's not. This is this old cap brood. Lots of, it's a bit of a scattered shot pattern. And look, we've got queen cups on the bottom. There's nothing in those queen cups. And I wouldn't expect them to be, there to be anything in those queen cups at this early in the game, but you never know. So, these bees are super chilled. Chilled out bees are usually happy bees that have a queen. Yeah, they could use some frame of empty foundation, which of course I didn't bring with me because they're just gunking up between the frames here with drone comb. There's a mess. They don't care. It's a mess for me, not a mess for them. Now they're super chilled out though, which I like. It's never a bad thing. All the frames are full of bees. The top box was mostly full of bees. Look at this, see? This is what happens when I don't give them foundationless comb to work on. They just fill up the space between the boxes with drone comb. So lots of fresh brood. And we got drones. I have to scrape the drone comb off the bottom of that frame just because when I put the frame back, I don't want to squish any bees that are on the bottom of the frames, on the bottom of the next box. I like this spot too because the bees are in the shade now. They get sunshine, but they also get shade. Lots of drones. So we're definitely lots of drones. This is some drones again between the boxes. No queen. I don't care if I see the queen. It's always nice, but you know, don't have to. I need to, next time I come out here, is I have to put up, I gotta leave a supply of some supplies out here. I need to check, I need to leave a supply of just some supplies. Like I need basically everything that I would need to make a split. Oh, I got some defensive bees. You can see when they're defensive, they sort of just take off like fighter pilots. And sometimes you might accidentally squish a bee, and once you squish a bee, you're just spreading around alarm pheromone. And every time you put your hive tool down where you just squished a bee, you're triggering their defense response. So you clean your hive tool and smoke yourself and all that stuff. All right, this box, this is kind of nuts, but more drone comb on the end there. Lots of drones still having emerged. I think I'm going to have to put another box on this hive or split them. I might just split them this weekend. Here's a little trick. If you don't want to squish the queen and you don't know where she is and you just want to get her out of the way, get your little smoker and just go poof, poof, just a little bit of smoke down between the frame. Oh, damn it, I just got stung in the foot. Got me good. Down between the frame that you're going to pull out. Yeah, they're getting defensive now, so I don't think I'm going to fret around much longer. Yeah, so this is a messy foundationless frame with all kinds of glumpy drone comb on it. There's nothing wrong with drone comb. So this is the difference too. This hive has a lot of foundationless comb on it, and they're producing more drones because they have room to make drones instead of the normal hive that doesn't have drone comb, the drone foundation. Okay, here we go. I can't see because of the sun in my eyes. Yeah, this frame is full of fresh brood. I might find the queen on this frame. Nope. Nope. I will, however, scrape off that drone comb. Got a lot of drone comb. So there's so many bees down there on that broken up drone comb. I gotta smoke them just to get them out of the way before I put this frame back. All right, so yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna fret around. I'm gonna put this frame back, which is a frame of cap brood. See if I can get this down without bothering them. Vibrations are not good. I got stung in the foot. Bee crawled up. Bees love crawling up your pant legs. So I've had enough of this, but I need to find out if there's anything really going on that I need to worry about further down in the hive. So I'm going to pop this box and just take a look without bothering them too much. They're not reacting. They're having a good reaction to the smoke. Very casual, you know. They're not getting freaked out by it. Some bees, if you give them too much smoke. Okay, let's take a look here. Oh yeah. Jeez, it smells like brood. Oh man, it smells good. I'm gonna actually pull this box off. Oh yeah, lots of honey in that. So here we go. I'm just gonna take one look. There's so much. This queen is laying a lot of drones. That's what all this white stuff is. These white grubs. Yeah, they're getting stingy, so I'm just gonna. This is when having a traditional hive tool with the scraper on it would be a lot easier. Yeah, I think I could split this hive. So here's the hive tool with the scraper on the end of it. Again, you can't tell from what you're looking at here, but I can't see what I'm doing. I got the sun shining in my veil. And I guarantee you, when you can't see what you're doing, that's when you're gonna do something that's gonna bug the bees. which is, I can tell they're getting defensive here. So I'm just going to try to scrape this up without killing any bees. Killing too many bees, but yeah, they got me. Nope. Now that bee got me right through my glove. It meant business. So I'm going to try to pull one frame, and then I'm going to get out of here. I just want to see what's going on, how much brood is down here. Oh, brother, look at that. Yeah, this hive is ready to explode. I could split this hive right now. So I'm going to come by on the weekend and split it. I don't like to do, yeah, look. Yeah, okay. So this hive is, this hive could use another box already. Look at all that, right? That's all cap brood. And there's several frames and more of that. And it's dark cap brood, so it's old, it's ready to go. So let's get out of here. The queen is around there somewhere. They're definitely getting defensive. And I'm not going to fart around with them. Okay. Yeah, they do not want me here. Now I was going to put a new box on here to replace a defective box, but I'm not going to do that. If I can, I'm going to take tomorrow afternoon off and come back. And at the very least, I will give them another box. I might even checkerboard them, get them to build some new comb. Get them to build comb and do something else other than think about swarming. Hopefully I didn't kill the queen, but she is on fire. So that queen is just incredible. She's an old queen. She's at least 2 years old, maybe 3, but she's showing no signs of slowing down. I'll just check the top of the box to make sure she's not hanging out, because you never know, she could be anywhere. But hopefully with my use of the smoke, she skedaddled when I was digging into the hive. And these, if I didn't have this veil, I would definitely be stung in the face right now. So, yep, they're doing really well. I am definitely coming back in a day or two, if not tomorrow, to give them another box. So yeah, these bees are definitely, they don't want me around. So they're a 4 medium box. The first hive, my first attempt at a hive inspection this year, and they're attacking the camera. Like they're not trying to sting me, but they're bopping me in the face right now, trying to say, "Hey, go away, human! You've disrupted things enough." And I'm going to take the hint. I don't. When they don't want me around, I don't like sticking around. I don't. That's just the way I roll. Unless I absolutely have to, and I don't have to absolutely have to. So see you later. This is drone comb that I had to scrape off. I'm going to come by here tomorrow or the next day with another box, and I'm going to checkerboard the box with some foundationless frames. So give them something to draw out. If I didn't give them room, I would say within a week they would start making queen cells, if they haven't already done so. They're just, because they're, what I saw in there, now I didn't get down to the bottom box. Maybe the bottom box was completely empty. You never know. Full of drawn comb and plenty of room for the queen to lay. But I don't know, and I don't think so. That second bottom box seemed to be just full of cap brood everywhere. So, you know, they're off to the races. That queen is just, as long as I didn't kill the queen, they're just going to keep going and going. So in this location too, which is in Flat Rock, there's so much forage here. It's just it's a slightly warmer microclimate, and there's just forage for them everywhere. Their location is fantastic. They get morning sun, but then they're in the shade in the afternoon, which is perfect. Or, you know, like if they like a lot of sun, but then if they have that 2 or 3 hour respite from hot weather, they love it. They do even better then. And that's what they've got. They're generally sheltered. Even on a windy day like today, they did okay, but they clearly, there's so many bees. This is another thing with beekeeping too. When the more bees you have in a hive, the harder it is to manage them in terms of defensive behavior. Like you can get in and you got to get out. You can't mess around. If you, like right now, I'm trying to dig down to that bottom box and they're just not letting me have it because there's just so many bees in there. When there's less bees, like a nuke, you're fine. They're not, it's nothing like this. And this is nothing. Like this is just delightful compared to some of the hot, aggressive hives that I've had in the past where they just chase me all the way to the car. These bees are definitely hanging out with me right now, so they're not happy. They're hanging around the camera, they're hanging around my face, but they're pretty chilled out. As long as I didn't kill the queen, I think they're gonna be fine. So let's get out of here. I'm also standing in their flight path, so they're naturally banging into me. This camera was zoomed in all that time, so I might not have got the shots I thought I got. So you can see they're a little bit disturbed and they're scenting because they've been disturbed. And hopefully the queen isn't amongst all that junk down there. There's my resident snails. Not as bad as slugs. And this is the hole that a rat had chewed through right here that the bees are using. I wanted to replace the super and get it so I didn't have to deal with that hole anymore, but they're using it, so screw it. I'm just going to leave it like that. And these are some supers that they're in the process of being painted funky colors to keep woodpeckers away. Green is very pretty, but if you've got woodpeckers, they're gonna come for it. The woodpeckers love natural looking things. So green doesn't work, but like that funky blue and the hunter orange and that kind of thing. The bees don't care. I've used every type of paint. White paint, green paint, black paint, yellow paint. It makes no difference. So I found a few funky frames in there that were sort of where the comb wasn't straight. And it was getting hard to pull and manage. The bees didn't care as usual, but it made it difficult for me to inspect. But man, there's a lot of bees in that hive. And so they're filling that top hive with nectar and the bottom three with bees, making baby bees. So they're really on the edge of just doubling in size very soon. So I'm gonna probably give them at least one box, some drawn comb with some foundationless frames between them so they can start working the drawn comb, but also start making drawn comb, foundationless drawn comb between the empties, because whew, they're going off to the races. So what I would do is a sort of checkerboarding situation. This is all basically not honey, but it's all those frames are full of nectar. So I'll take those frames and then insert foundationless frames between them, and then put another box on top of that with the frames that I pulled from this on top of that, also checkerboarded, so that there's a frame of nectar, then a frame of drawn comb, a frame of nectar, a frame of drawn comb. So down up here, they'll still do the drawn comb. They'll still fill that stuff up with nectar right away because that's what they're doing. But down here, closer to the brood nest, they'll want to build comb. And so, because the brood nest is right here, so they'll build comb right above in those empty spaces, and I'll get some nice fresh comb out of it. And they'll be working on comb instead of swarm cells, and they won't want to swarm. So, la-di-da. I would like to split this colony just to save this queen's genetics, but what's involved in that is taking half the bees, half the brood, half the open brood and cap brood, half the nurse bees, pretty much half the hive, without the queen, and moving them someplace else. And they will find that they're queenless, and they will use the open brood to make a queen, and then that queen will eventually emerge and mate, but I don't know where I can mate my bees. Flat Rock isn't great. This is the magic forest, and it's magic because there are no other beekeepers here. So there's no good mating in this area, so I'd have to find a good place to mate them. So there's so many things in beekeeping books. Says, all you do, Joel, just go ahead and split them. Well, you can go ahead and split them, but it's not as simple as that. It's better if you split them in an area where at least they have some other bees that they can mate with. Bees with a slightly different genetic profile, so that you've got a diversity of genetics in your bees, because as much as we like to breed specific behaviors in our bees, genetically diverse bees tend to survive better overall. And with that, good night.